the Suns played the Celtics again, and they definitely did their best. The Suns weren't able to recreate their flow from the previous game. Instead, they fell back into old habits of doing well in the first half and then trailing off during the second. This was their last shot at playing the Celtics this season, and there was hope that with Devin Booker back, there would be a win on the horizon. But it just wasn't enough to seal the deal. In the first quarter, the Suns were doing great. They were making smart passes, and they were even in the lead point-wise, shooting 9 for 13, and Boston was 6 for 12. But then it seems almost like a switch was flipped for the Celtics because they managed a 10-2 run where they started making more three-pointers and steals that put them ahead 35-32 at the end of the quarter. In the second quarter, Boston continued their upward momentum with a 6-0 stretch, increasing the point difference to 41-32. But Phoenix wasn't ready to roll over and give up. No, they started passing to Bol, who made some fantastic three-pointers and rebounds. The Suns closed in on the Celtics and ended the second quarter just 5 points behind, 65-60. But old habits die hard. Remember how I said that the Suns fell into their usual routine of not doing well in the second half of the game? Well, it manifested. The Celtics pulled ahead, and no matter how many rebounds Nurkic was able to recover for the Suns, he made 20 rebounds the entire game, by the way. Everybody else just wasn't up to the task of finishing what he started. With around 5 minutes left in the third, Beal was easily stripped of the ball by Jrue Holiday, who turned around and made a quick three-pointer while the rest of the court was left in the dust. And Suns coach Frank Vogel was getting heated and yelling at the refs after disagreeing with the call they made. But it did not end in his favor. Vogel was awarded a technical foul. What was notable and very unusual is how towards the end of the fourth quarter, Jaylen Brown on the Celtics intercepted a pass from Grayson Allen and made an incredible slam. A timeout was then called, and while the players were headed to the benches, Royce O'Neal tried for a three-pointer, which is not uncommon for players to do during moments when the ball is considered dead. The jarring part is how Joe Mazzulla, coach for the Celtics, lunged out in front of O'Neal and tried to block his shot, which didn't even make it in the basket. Now, it's very common for other players to try and block a shot like this, but it's unheard of for a coach to go onto the court and try and do it. Mazzulla later commented saying, "I saw a guy going in to try to get a shot and he hadn't made one, and I didn't want him to feel good about himself going to the bench." He also said it was well within the rules and all about keeping a mindset and setting the tone for the game. I'm just going to say it, but what tone needed to be set? What mindset needed to be instilled when there were 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter and the Celtics were up by 16 points? That's just being petty and unsportsmanlike. And I said what I said. But share with me your thoughts on the Celtics coach, because you know my thoughts, but I'd like to know yours. In the end, the Suns lost 112-127, putting the Suns at 38-28 and the Celtics at 52-14. Devin Booker was the point leader for the Suns with 23 points, 2 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Beal was right behind him with 22 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. Kevin Durant and Grayson Allen both made 20 points and 3 rebounds. Bol made 10 points and 4 rebounds, and the king of rebounds himself, Jusuf Nurkic, made 8 points but had 20 rebounds and 6 assists. For additional information on the Suns and to stay up to date on all of the newest developments, go check out our website. And for play-by-play updates during the game, follow our X account, Burn City Suns Talk. It is updated in real time during the game by our Suns insider, Brandon Mao. I'm Ray, and I will see you guys next time.